It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys. Don't forget to check out w.gg and use the promo code SleepyBoys for 10% off your order.
So Jeff and I were talking to this person that we met at the show, at the Comic-Con that we just went to. And Jeff straight up she was like, oh, so like Brandon was telling me that y'all have a podcast that y'all do, and Jeff's like, it just starts manically laughing, and this girl immediately is terrified, which she should be. And he just starts telling she's like, oh, well, what's one of your popular episodes? And he goes, Orange Sleeve. I was like, no, Jeff, don't do this. Jeff, don't do this.
Jeff, do it.
And then he does. And this girl starts crying and like trying to stop herself from laughing, but is just like horrified at this whole thing. And she is like, none of this what you just told me is real, right? Please tell me that this is not a real thing. Do y'all have any idea how sad this person's life is? And y'all are just making a podcast about it? And we're like, not only is this person very real, he tells these stories to us. We don't coax them out of him. He just tells us.
It's all voluntary, man. It's all voluntary. That's the best part.
Oh. Jasmine, do you not know about Orange Sleeve?
Oh, I haven't told this story in so long.
I don't either.
All right. We're retelling Orange Sleeve.
All right, look. You can include this if you want, just because Jasmine's here.
But babe, we always have
long enough.
We always have new listeners. It's okay.
It's been long enough.
How many?
It's been.
How many what?
Listeners.
It's been.
Okay, so.
About 5.
No, we're averaging 30 plus per episode. We've got 45 subscribers on Spotify.
Well, they're all Mark's separate
It's
accounts.
all 43 of mine and then 2 of Angel's. Okay, so.
How many bots did you pay for?
12,000.
12. They need to pick up the slack. They're not doing a good enough job.
Okay.
All right, Mark. So tell Jasmine about Orange Sleeve.
All right. So Jasmine. And Jose, because Jose doesn't know this story. Back when I was...
Jose, do you not know this story?
I don't.
Back when I was...
my fucking God.
Back when I was a wee lad of 8 or 9... I was wrestling. My dad had got me into wrestling, around the same time I started playing football. And I wasn't very good at wrestling when I was a kid.
Don't jump the gun here, Jose.
I was pretty terrible at oh wait, hold on. I muted the soundboard.
Oh, you bastard.
No, I got to turn it back on. There we go. It's back on. So I was very bad at the wrestling as a kid. I didn't do very good. And because I sucked at it and I hated it and I wanted to kill myself every time I had to go to practice, I would find excuses to not participate in the things as kids do.
Okay.
And so my dad probably heard a lot of excuses from me, like, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, my head hurts, things like that, the usual reasons.
Oh, you don't love me,
That's fucked up, man.
Oh.
Jasmine, don't make it sad. It was funny.
So one Saturday I wake up and for realsies I felt like shit. I felt like I was dying. My diet at this time consisted of my dad thought he was, a health guru, so he would always jump on the fads
Dad thinks he's a lot of things.
Yeah, he would jump onto fads and stuff about a decade late. So the juicing fad in the 80s. He had me start juicing when I was, to be clear, not steroids, the juicers.
There is something to be said. Introducing juice into your diet. No, it is real juice.
It is real juice.
Yeah, it is real juice.
Oh.
Like carrot juice and stuff. The thing is, there are a lot of health benefits to juicing.
Sure.
like your carrots and stuff, not the roids. But it's just, the way, like if you have vitamin deficiencies, or maybe you want a boost of vitamins, but it's not a cure-all to your bad health.
Yeah. So my dad would give me carrot juice first thing in the morning, and I'm not talking like an 8-ounce glass. I'm talking like a
Big
Full-on
gulp.
gallon.
like a Stein worth, like
Like a pint.
okay.
like is that a pint? Whatever that is, yeah. Of carrot
Cream
juice,
pie.
not carrot and something else juice, just straight carrot
Just-
juice.
The carrots.
Which, man, I'll be honest, like I love carrots and carrot juice, but if I have too much, my tongue gets itchy.
Bro, that's an allergy actually.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
but I still eat them.
I'll tell you what though.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'll tell you what though, I could see like fucking crazy in the dark, man. I could see like for miles. Anyway,
Makes sense why you wore the Batman outfit now.
yeah. So that morning I wake up, my dad hands me the carrot juice, and I'm like, Dad, I really don't feel good, like at all.
It's the same one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll wait.
Sorry, Jasmine took whiskey and then gave me a weird look.
So I'm like, Dad, I don't feel good, and he's like, oh, you're fine, you just don't want to go to the wrestling meet. And I was like, okay, fine.
Which is fair.
Which is fair. You're not wrong. So he hands me my fucking stein of carrot juice, and I drink it, and I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better. I'm sure the vitamins and nutrients and shit helped. And then we get in the car, and it's like a 3.5 hour drive, so we leave at like 6 in the morning. By the time the sun's coming up, we're pulling into this place called the One Man Band. It's a little diner, and my dad orders me like 3 pounds of eggs
For you to eat just there?
for me to
That's
eat.
a fucking
For
monster.
me to eat. While I was waiting for the eggs to get delivered to the table, I threw up in the bathroom because I was feeling sick. And I told him, I was like, Dad, I just threw up in the bathroom. And he's like, well, you're just finding a reason to go home. We've already come this far. And I was like, okay.
Your dad's such a shit.
My dad knows best. He knows best. He would never do anything to harm me.
Never.
And then
He's never once done anything to harm you physically or mentally.
don't get ahead of me. So then I eat 3 pounds of eggs, give or take. The whole time we're still driving, I'm like, Dad, I'm really not feeling great. I'm dry heaving every so often. Sometimes it's a wet heave. And then
Never heard it called a wet heave before.
what else would you call it?
Most people would just call that some throw up, some
Chunk and chunk.
Chunk and
Jasmine.
chunk.
Chunks.
chunk and chunks.
Okay, hold on. I need to.
Not if you've had egg and orange
Carrot juice.
carrot
Oh,
juice. Oh
or
god,
that kind of avocado
it just looks
omelet.
like fresh scrambled eggs just shooting out of you.
Okay.
Yeah, oh my god, don't get me started, babe.
So, anyway, we finish the trip. We get to the high school that this wrestling meet was at, because it's always at some dumpy ass high school. And I get out of the car, and I'm like, Dad, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. And he's like, you'll be fine. We just, your match is in like 20 minutes, because he'd like to cut it close to the wire. So we get there, I go in, and I start wrestling. The ref blows. I'm on the mat.
Oh, no.
I'm on the mat. The thing is she's thinking it's going one way and it's not, and that's the best part.
Yeah, there's a bait and switch here.
So I'm on the mat. I shake hands with with my opponent,
The opponent.
and I kind of burp, and it's that gross burp, the really gross one.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
The ref blows the whistle, and my opponent tackles me to the ground.
and does a certain move.
He does this move.
Mark's
He activated
Mark's
chemical
losing it
warfare or
already.
what?
Mark's already losing it.
You activate chemical warfare?
So he does this move. He does this move called the anal hook, which is effectively you lock the notch on your thumb on somebody's tailbone, and he lifts me up, and I shit all over him. I shit so far, so powerfully out of my anus that it covers his entire left shoulder. And I'm not. It's not done. That's the best part. Is it's not done.
No.
As soon as this happens, the guy body slams me and pins me because why would you
Covered
not?
in shit.
Covered in my fecal matter. Yeah.
Mark's broken.
And so I get pinned and I get up and get off the mat. My dad's pissed. He's like, "What are you doing? You should have beaten him." And I'm like, "Dad, I haven't beaten anybody ever." And I just shit all over the place. I'm not worried about it.
It's one of my favorite parts about this is not only did you get forced to shit on the mat in public, but then he beats your ass too.
He was so mad at me. So he drags me by the arm into the locker room and has me jump in the shower in the locker room. And while I'm doing that, he's hosing off my clothes. Jasmine, I'm going to ask you right now, what would a good parent have done at this point?
I'll tell you.
Jose, what would you say a good parent would do in this situation at this point?
Find a towel.
I honestly don't know, man.
So,
Find a freaking towel.
Brandon, why don't you tell the fans and listeners what?
I'll tell you what.
I hope it's not just straight up just beat your kid.
I'll tell you what a good parent would do. A good parent would look their child in the eye and be like, you know what? I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, and I'm sorry that I put you through this. You don't ever have to do this again if you don't want to. And then you change your clothes, and you take them home, and you just, you take care of them. You buy a meal, you buy them a toy on the way home or a video game or something, just something to make the deal just a little sweeter. Just something nice, really make your kid feel like, it's okay. Life's not always going to be easy, but at least when it's hard, you can rely on a good parent, a good father figure, if you will, to rely on and love.
What did he do?
Mark, would you like to talk about what your piece of shit dad did?
Okay.
How long have y'all been doing this whole bit together?
He's heard this story a few times. So my dad hoses my ass off, puts me under the air.
Literally?
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm in the shower, like, getting sprayed off with the, like, high-pressure showers. And then he puts me under the... Hey, Key.
Guess who's back from the dead, assholes?
Hold on. I gotta kick this fucker.
Return of the Keenest.
You could have gone with Return of the Key. It would have been better, Key.
Yeah, but I say Keenest for you because I love you and I miss you.
What about Return of the Kegels?
Oh,
That's even better.
Hey, Key.
I like that.
Hey, Key. You remember the story of Orange Sleeve, right?
Yes, I remember.
We're
the
recounting this for the newbies. So my
God.
dad rinses me off, puts me under the fucking like hand dryer in the bathroom to dry off real quick. Has me put my shit back on, and he says, "Get back out there." And I was like, "Why would my dad lead me astray? He knows best." So I get out on the mat, and they're still cleaning the mat that I had just spackled.
It's like a puking rally kind of thing for him. Like, yeah, I'm back for more.
So I come walking out on the mat, and I see parents all across the stands just shaking their heads. And
Oh no!
I'm just imagining Mark's dad just be like, "I don't give a shit if you shit orange, green, purple, whatever color. You get back out there."
oh yeah, that's the big thing. It was bright orange. It literally looked like somebody had thrown orange paint on the guy.
Like carrot
the
juice.
carrots,
It was
yeah.
pure carrot juice. So I get back on the mat. My opponent looks at me, and he's just kind of like,
After witnessing the horror that was you shitting on another opponent.
he looks at me and he just goes, "I swear if you shit on me." And then the ref blows the whistle, and I don't think I've ever done a better job of staying away from somebody because I didn't want to know what was going to happen if he shit on me.
If you shit on
If
him?
I shit on him, yeah. And then he caught me,
Yeah.
and he
Wouldn't it be an amazing power move if he was like, "You just shit on my friend, I'm gonna fucking shit on you." It's just
So
I think that would be Mark's superpower.
I would love to have that superpower. Just shit on command.
yeah. What
Fuck,
kind of
what was his
fucking
name?
toxic Avenger level bullshit power is that?
No. But hear me
Fuck, what was
out.
his name from Jackass? They could do it on command.
That's
The dude who could fart. on
No, there was a guy
command.
that could
No,
shit on
shit on
command.
No.
Aaron, no, not
Dave
Aaron.
England.
Dave, yeah,
there
it
you
was
go,
Dave.
Yeah, England. Yeah.
No, Aaron Meehe's the other one that
Leahy.
that
No,
or no
McGee.
Meehy.
Aaron McGee. Danger
Whatever his
Aaron,
name is,
whatever.
but that's Danger Aaron. Yes, that's him.
Right, he's the one.
So anyway, so I get back out on the mat.
Uh-huh.
The guy comes up behind me, grabs me by my stomach, and lifts, which is
Oh no.
why would
Dangerous.
why
move,
would you do
considering
that?
what everyone has witnessed?
So he got fire crotched.
What does that mean?
It means I shat orange all over his pubes.
You shit. I didn't hear that second part where you shit on another dude.
Yeah, he came up and grabbed me from behind and lifted by my stomach. Of course I'm gonna shit on him.
Then I shitted on him.
And then I
Right,
shit
you
all
don't know.
over him. So yeah, I powerfully pressure washed
Nicki Minaj.
his fucking pubes, and
That was a wet one.
and then I got he body slammed me into the ground again. It sucked. And then the officials came over and like, yeah, he's got to leave. And my dad was like, "What are you talking about? He's fine." They're like,
Oh, damn.
are you serious?"
Piece of shit.
Like the ref, I'm not kidding. The ref looked at my dad and goes, "Are you serious?" And so then my dad drove home, and while he's sitting in the truck, he's just stewing. He's like, "So what could you have done differently this time?" And I was like,
Not drink the damn carrot juice.
"I don't know what I did wrong. I guess aside from shitting myself, but
Just like it's such a your dad trope to make everything not about him.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
but at the same time, also making everything about him."
Yeah, your dad really should have just went and got
I'm gonna
cigarettes
let
for milk
you
and not
know.
come back.
I'm gonna let you know. I fully intend on when your dad dies, I'm gonna drink a shit ton of carrot juice and I'm just gonna shit all over his grave.
Me and Jose be there to witness this. Actually,
Key, you just want to see his perfect testicles.
I think everybody has seen them at this point.
That's true.
I haven't.
Jazz sleeps next to them every night. I wouldn't be surprised if she uses them as a head pillow.
I have another story about shitting myself at a sports thing.
What?
Wait, what did you just say?
What is a sports thing?
I have another story about myself shitting myself.
Why you've been shitting at sport events?
Is that your like?
These are the
Is,
pajama pants that I got.
It's like my thing, you know.
yeah, is that like your hidden talent that you
No,
can
they're
just
great.
shit on things on command? Pretty much, you're just like, I'm gonna shit all over this here couch.
I want it.
or I'm
I
gonna
wish that'd be a
shit."
great superpower.
He done shitted.
I
done
shitted
shitted on him.
Shitted myself.
Do you,
So
do you just so like if you think of the color, does it just come out that color?
it comes out that color, yeah. No, okay.
Nice.
To be fair, both of these were when I was young. This wasn't like I was 27 type situation.
That
No,
could
if
be
it was
pretty
now
young.
at this day and age, I would be very concerned.
It's
Mark.
actually the reason my wife left me was because I was kept shitting myself.
That would explain a lot.
Like, oh my god.
So anyway,
Wait,
this,
No, wait. Ask, just answer this question. Did
Man, you shit the bed on that marriage, huh?
Damn it! You fucking beat me to the fucking question.
Didn't hear you.
your guys are
Oh.
gross. So
Hey, you brought
No,
it
I
up.
don't.
Oh, I love you
You
too.
don't
Mark.
remember.
all right, so here's the story of when I went to a professional basketball training camp with the Utah Jazz.
The Utah Jazz.
Yes, the
Okay.
the NBA team of Utah.
I know what that
Nah.
is. Fucker.
The Naba team.
Hey, why did
And
you say it like you didn't?
No, I just like the way he
the
said
Utah
it.
Jazz.
That used
You gotta do like some kind of like
Team.
hand movement when you're doing it.
Well,
Can I
yeah.
imagine why?
I mean, I didn't drink it yet.
What?
Wait, what
You
did-
took
what-
it from me and you didn't drink it?
I was
Wait, what did-
drinking it
what
and
did
then I
Jazz
put it
say?
down.
Okay.
I swear, she's just like a child when she's high. This is funny.
She is. She's
Wait.
just a child. Oh yeah, Keith. Jasmine is on fucking Mars right now.
Yeah, she's on Mars.
Oh, okay. Is she visiting?
I don't.
Is
She's
she
far
visiting
from
the?
baked. She's zooted out of her mind.
So
Like,
she's visiting the whole entire
gone.
solar system then.
She
Oh,
is.
yeah.
She is day tripping across the solar system.
I don't know tomorrow.
Hey Jazz, stroke the furry wall.
I love that. That's her excuse. I don't bring tomorrow.
Keith, what the fuck do you think happens when you
I'm
get
confused.
high?
You don't. Remember.
What are you confused about?
Well, because Keith said stroke the furry walls, and I'm like, why would I stroke the walls when I was
It's-
not my
It's a
job?
movie
It's from a
reference.
movie reference.
Oh.
Oh, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes,
that-
that
Nailed
movie.
it.
God, you fuck.
Well,
Man, could you-
Snowberries taste
Could you
Snowberries.
imagine mixing Willy Wonka and Get Him to the Greek into the same film?
It'd
Oh
be
my God, that'd be-
wonderful.
That
I'd
would.
watch it.
Yeah, I would too.
All right. So,
Especially
was-
if P. Diddy's in it still.
P Diddy
know,
as Willy Wonka.
funny
It's
enough,
barrel
this
particulates.
this may have been around the same time that that I shit myself at that wrestling meet. I think 4th grade was just hard for me.
It's just like you're just marking off the list. All right, shit it at a
Mark,
wrestling
has
meet.
it ever
Gotta
not
go-
been hard
Well,
for
yeah,
you?
4th grade is like 10 years old. That's a serious time.
Thank you, Jasmine.
You're welcome.
So what happened was, I guess
Say
I
what
just
happened
got
was.
what had
God
happened.
damn it!
I was sitting at my desk and I farted, but it came out like really soppy, like really wet and juicy, and I was like, huh, that's weird.
Man,
Oh,
dude.
So I'm like,
oh,
I need to go to the
Oh, no.
bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I pull down my trousies and
I done shitted.
I done shitted. Like my tidy whities were
And did
We're
you
lumpy
grab it and throw it at
brownies.
somebody?
Loose and brown.
brown
So-
brownies.
what I ended up, so I panicked. I was like, what the fuck? What do I do? So I take off my underwear and I flush them.
Wait,
Then
what?
I clean myself up as best I can, pull my jeans back up, and just go back to class, right?
You-
And
Nice.
then I get called out of class like an hour later because my dad was taking me to this basketball camp that the Utah Jazz were hosting, right?
Oh no.
Wait. Did you wipe your ass at least?
Yeah, I cleaned up. I didn't put on my nasty stank ass with my jeans again.
Okay.
Oh, your
Anyway.
poor dick. Just rubbing against the inside of that zipper.
Fucking Brandon.
So what
I mean,
ended up happening
that's valid.
was
That's
so
a
my,
valid point. Come,
Yeah,
come
it
on.
is.
Wait, Brandon, don't you go commando?
Not anymore. You get your
Wait.
foreskin stuck in one zipper, you'll never do it again.
Wait, you
Oh,
have
yeah, no.
wait.
Yeah.
You're not. You have foreskins. Do you guys all have your foreskins?
Yes.
I miss my foreskin.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. It's just the amount. I don't
got
have
mine-
as much as I did when I was brought into the world.
Yeah, because you have more shaft than fucking skin.
I mean,
He's got more
You're
shaft
not
than Samuel L.
wrong.
Jackson.
Oh, fuck you, Jose.
All right, so my dad picks me up because he's taking me to this basketball sports camp. Because my dad thought that I was going to be the next big athlete that played all the sports, right?
your dad was just looking to cash in on another one of his kids.
Yeah, no shit.
Once
So-
again, get rich quick, just without putting any work.
Man,
So
that
we're
sounds
sitting in the car. We're sitting in the truck on the way to the Delta Center,
Uh-huh.
and I'm kind of
Should've
just
taken
sitting
you to
there.
the Brown Center.
I was just kind of sitting there, and like trying to be casual about it. I didn't want to be like, "Hey, I shit myself." Like, what do I do? I just kind of like,
Heaven forbid you tell your dad you shit yourself again.
I think this one was the first event. I think this is the first occurrence. Anyway, so I'm just kind of sitting
You
there. and I
know,
was like,
Mark, it's probably a good thing you didn't tell him because he would have just taken your allowance for your Legos and made you buy your own underwear.
"What allowance? I never got an allowance."
Yeah, but, no more Star Wars Lego set.
Yeah,
You-
right.
No, wait. It was
Anyway.
Star
What
Wars
was
and
the,
Harry
what was the
Potter.
other one? What was the other one? The Mega Blocks. He would just had you go get the cheaper one.
He had me get the knockoff Mega Blocks. So we're sitting in the car and just all casual, like like when you start a conversation with someone in the car and you kind of like tap them on the arm and you're like, "Hey," kind of being nonchalant about it. I do that and I'm like, "So, Dad, have you ever thought you had to fart and it came out a little juicy?"
Are you pulling an airplane right now?
It's basically what happened.
Hey, Timmy, you
Ever
ever
been in a Turkish prison?
been
So
in-
anyway, I kind of
you ever
just like
watch Gladiator movies?
I nonchalantly just ask if he's ever trusted or if he's ever farted and it came out juicy.
You ever go to push out a fart and all of a sudden you have something running down your leg real fast like it's heading towards
It's like-
buffet?
It's like
Brandon's close to doing that skit. It's like, you ever know what it feels like to drive a Ford truck?
Then you know what it's like to be touched by a man.
But man.
You ever tongue kiss your sister at the family reunion? It's what it feels to drive. Key, what
like
kind of car do you drive?
Oh, fuck off.
I don't know what an old fuck off is, but I imagine that is what it's like kissing your sister at a family reunion.
Anyway, I nonchalantly say to my dad, you ever trust a fart and it comes out juicy? To which he pulls over to the side of the road and looks at me and says, what the fuck did you just ask me? Mind you, I had never heard my father swear up to this point. This was my first experience.
This was just the beginning.
Just the beginning. He says, what the fuck did you just say? And I said, you know, like when you fart and it comes out a little bit more. And he says, are you trying to tell me you crapped your pants at school? And I was like, yeah.
Oh.
He's like, well, what we got to go to the Delta Center for the basketball camp. Like, what are you going to do? And I was like, it's okay. I already flushed my underwear down the toilet.
Hold on. I love your dad, fully capable adult, could have stopped anywheres and been like, I'll get you some new drawers, kiddo. No problem.
Bro, we didn't have money to do that. Anyway,
Yeah, so you were like,
You know what?
Yeah.
Your dad is a big enough guy. He had money to eat. He could have bought his kid some fucking underwear.
I will say he was a lot
Walmart's cheap
skinnier.
as shit.
Dude,
He was
no,
a
he's
lot
trying
skinnier
to-
back then.
He was trying to save up for all the fucking carrots so he can make Marco all the carrots. he
drink the
needed.
carrot.
No, he had to try to save up for all those dating apps he downloaded later.
Bro, this was the 90s.
Yeah.
There was still
Anyway.
dating sites in the 90s.
There were dating
would just
apps in the 90s?
Dating sites.
Fucking.
There was,
Anyway, can I tell you what happened? Can I
Yeah,
tell you?
dating
Sure.
sites was his dad sitting at a Starbucks with a pair of binoculars checking people out across the street.
This was before
No,
Starbucks.
He wasn't across the street. He was just like right up in front of him. He's like, oh yeah, that one looks real nice.
He always taught me
Why are
that.
you licking your lips?
He taught me that trick. If you wear aviators, no one can see where you're looking. But
No, it's a-
he got it a
Just
little bit wrong
laying
because
right
he
at
just
their
he
chest.
just stand right in front of them and look down at them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's like, okay, well, he had brought me a change of shorts, so that was okay at least. You'd think.
So you're just free dicking it?
Don't get ahead of me. So we get to the Delta Center.
Dicking it.
We get to the
Free
Delta
dickin'.
Center.
Free dicking.
And I get out and, you know, we sign in, you know, everything. Oh, welcome. I hope you have a good time. They give us a new shirt with the Jazz logo on it and like Jazz training camp. And we get out there and, you know, where everyone's getting warmed up and I start
Please
feeling,
tell me you shit again on the court.
Key, will you stop? God, fuck. So anyway, I get on the court and we're doing warm-ups and we start doing the jump shots to warm up. And as I come down,
Mark had a different jump shot. He was going for lift, my boy.
the amount of force I used to push off the ground was a little too much. So it kind of looked like a rocket going off.
Oh,
And then I slipped and fell. So there I am, lying in a loquacious puddle of my
It's
own
a
shit.
It's a skid mark.
Hey, can
Wow,
I be
Brandon, that was
now?
low hanging fruit, bro. Anyway,
Look,
so yeah,
man,
I'm laying there in a puddle of my own
The joke
shit.
was ripe, and it was there for the picking.
Brandon.
You turn that basketball court
Stop
into a
it.
slip and slide.
So they put the caution stuff around it
Uh-huh.
and used the rest of the court. It was fine. And
These
then
fucking dudes that are paid good money to maintain this high grade, like top of the line NBA
Basketball
team
court.
at this point, and they're just so some kid shit on the court, and they're like, God fucking damn it, sports dead. Yeah, fuck it, God, what the fuck am I doing?
no, he
Brandon,
said
Can you imagine if it was fucking hockey? The
oh
fucking Zamboni.
You know what? That wouldn't be. Oh, if a Zamboni hits it, Jesus Christ.
so
I was gonna say, at least if you shit on the ice, it has time to solidify a little bit, and it comes off the ice a little easier. Problem is, you had this dumpy ass fuck shoot up into the air, try to go for a Mario style double jump by shitting his pants, and he comes down and slips on it like it's a goddamn slip and slide of his own fecal matter.
God.
I mean, I did hear the janitor that was coming and he's like, I thought the special needs group wasn't till next week.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, they politely asked me not to come back the next day for whatever reason. I don't fully understand.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
pretty mean of them though.
Because I mean, they would be afraid that you might shit yourself again.
No, I think they just saw how powerful Mark was. There's like, no, we can't have him here.
No, this dude's got too much potential. We can't let him come back.
Dude, they nerfed Mark.
They did. They nerfed him. You know what? It's because he's white.
That's why he got a step on the wrist.
So I
They were
got
like,
one
"This
more.
is
I
shit.
got
Can't come
one
back."
more public indecency at a sporting event story.
Now,
How
this
many-
could go
oh my
either way with the
God.
way it's been phrased.
If it makes you feel better, I was much younger at this time, so it
Please
wasn't
tell
me.
me you were on the swim team.
So they announced the Olympics were held in Salt Lake in 2002, but they announced it in like 2000 or 1998. No, they announced it the previous winter, so it was 96.
Well, they have it marked out way in advance
Yeah.
so they can get the infrastructure and build stuff.
Exactly,
for sure.
which they did. So they announced it a few years in advance. Anyway, I was probably about 3 or 4 at the time. So downtown Salt Lake, they had this huge festival, like everyone's celebrating. We're gonna be famous. It's the Olympics, as they do. And they were doing like free, like vendors were handing out free food and stuff all over the place. And I really liked the ice cream tent. My dad had taken me. And so we were at the ice cream tent getting ice cream, and it's a fucking crowded place, but it's like the 90s, so kids didn't get sex trafficked quite as much as they do now. So my parents,
it wasn't reported.
yeah, my parents were okay with leaving me in the crowd of people. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, so we're at this little ice cream tent, and because my family is a family of garbage people, we were taught from an early age it's okay to just pee outside, right? Which
Oh no,
I
you
mean,
don't say.
So we're at the ice cream tent, and I'm like, I gotta pee really bad, but I don't know where my dad is because he was getting ice cream from one of the
All
vendors.
right, well, I guess I'm going to make some of my own ice cream right here.
So,
Oh, that was a fucking
It's a lemonade stand.
so I whipped my dick out and just start whizzing because like that's what I was taught was okay in the middle of a tent with like 400 people.
Oh,
You were white
You
trash.
were in the tent.
I was in the tent, like I was in the middle of the tent, and what's funny it was kind of like shoulder to shoulder. Nobody could really move around very well. But I'll tell you what, as soon as some guy started getting whizzed on by a 3-year-old, that tent fucking opened up. Like
Opened up like a fucking pit, am I right?
it was crazy. And then my dad ran over and picked me up while I'm still hosing off everything.
Piston.
Yeah. So it was like those old sprinklers that just kind of flail back and forth.
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah, some people definitely got pissed on that day.
So,
And they were
all right,
pissed.
Yep.
You know what? I got a story for you.
Oh man.
Jace?
You don't get ahead of me.
Okay.
Don't get ahead of me.
Okay.
All right, so we're at Disney, and mind you, this is like early 2000s. I think
Disney?
it was Disney because it was at Hollywood Studios. I'm not telling that story. This is a different story. We're at Hollywood Studios back when it
I
was
want to hear
Boom,
that other
boom, on a
story
ride.
now.
back when it was MGM Studios. I've got another story about this person I can tell. My cousin Chase was known for being a little shit throughout his entire life. He was a problem child.
Is he still
To say the
alive? Real quick. Is
He's
he
still alive.
Okay, the way
He's
you
alive.
worded it, when he used to be a problem child. He was
Oh,
all of
okay.
his
Now he's a
all of
problem
his
child.
life. All of his life he
Now
was a
he's
problem child.
He's a problem adult at this point. No, he's
Should just-
okay. Great.
Yeah.
I love him. So this is like back in the day when you would just, if your kid had to like pee or had to poop or something, this is like when they were wearing diapers.
Sure.
It didn't matter. You weren't waiting in line to get into the restroom or use the changing table. You will just put your kid down on the sidewalk and change them right there if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they laid Chase out and they were trying to change him and stuff, And I kid you not, that kid stood right up. And he's like, no, I didn't have to go. I didn't have to go. It was totally fine. He is standing up right there at his dad. And he just rocketed a piss. All up and down his dad right there in the middle of Hollywood Studios. And holy shit. It was so fucking funny. And my uncle was pissed.
And pissed on.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The other story, which also involves my cousin Chase, I was being a good cousin and a good nephew for that matter.
I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
Yeah, you fucking do. You know, I'm a good boy.
I bet you are, big boy.
I've heard from a very reputable source that you're a naughty boy.
Jasmine, you need to stop talking to Mark. No, so we were moving from Greensboro. Well, I was helping them move from Greensboro, North Carolina to Friendswood, Texas.
Uh-huh.
And we made a pit stop in New Orleans, stayed there for the night. And we went to this, we went and we're getting some seafood and stuff and some, really great deep fried crawfish and had a great po' boy. And we went to the restroom and I was wearing a brand new pair of Toms. It was my first pair of Toms that I had ever bought.
Nice.
And I was super excited about them and I loved them so much. And it was my first trip wearing them out. I felt cool as shit. So my cousin and I, my cousin Chad, his brother Chase.
I know
the
Chad.
problem
I
child.
love Chad.
Yeah, you know Chad.
Did Chad rock a piss on you?
Mark, Mark, this is when I was helping them move to Texas.
Okay.
So this is around the time that you met them.
Okay.
So I'm in the stall.
How old was Chase at this point then?
Chase, oh God. How old do you think he was, babe? Like 8?
How old were you?
I was a senior in high school.
18.
So I was like 7, I think it was 17. I was either 17 or 18. So I think Chase was like 8. 8 or 9.
He's not quite 10 years younger.
He's kind of there. Either way, old enough to know better. Yeah, all right. He was like 10. I'll say he was 10. He thought it'd be so fucking funny. Pissed under the stall onto my brand new fucking Toms.
You'll never stop talking about those Toms.
Never, ever, ever, ever. I will talk about this till the day I die.
That's why he buys a new pair of Toms almost all the time to try to fill that hole.
It's true.
It's because
Jose gets it.
every few years Chase
Jose-
comes and pisses on his Toms again.
Yeah, that's it.
Jose gets it. But also, Key, you wear Toms a lot, or at least have. You know how those get. It's just canvas and then cushion.
Yeah.
So it soaked up every drop of piss.
Oh no, that's
And
hands on
then
sight.
I had to walk around New Orleans in my cousin's piss. It was the worst night of my life. And I threw that door open to the bathroom stall so fast, and I threw him up against the wall and threatened him with an inch of his life.
You little bitch! You pee-peed on my shoes!
I was gonna say, Brandon, don't get Jose excited.
Fuck that.
This is-
I would have done the
this-
same thing. I would have beat his ass.
Yeah,
No, he's saying that Jose likes to be pressed up against the wall.
and lift off the ground.
Oh my god. See, I know, well, not the piss part, but I know how that feels to wear Toms and they just get soaked because was walking home from work, not today because it was raining, but it was just a few months ago. It was
All right,
raining.
guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up for the night.
Fucking
asshole.
fuck you. My fucking Toms got just soaked and it felt fucking disgusting just walking
Look,
around in those things.
It's the
That's-
worst. It's like walking.
It's horrible.
That is one of the that is the biggest pet peeve of mine. I can like put my hand in like a dirty sink with random shit in it,
and
Yeah,
not flip,
same here.
not care.
but
Like whatever.
wet socks in the shoe. Yeah, it just sucks. hate it.